Hello everybody, and welcome to another Modern Cube video. I've done a little bit of an equipment upgrade. I'm recording on a new computer, so let me know if it's any better, or definitely let me know if it's worse, but I don't anticipate that. This pack is pretty bad. There's no fetch lands or fetchable lands, and I do tend to like leading with those. There's a couple bounce lands, but not the best bounce lands. I think Vindicate's a pretty strong card, but I don't really want to commit to black-white on pick one. We could just land Craterhoof Behemoth. If green is super cut, this could be bad, but this card is like, I mean, the best top-end piece ever printed. Like, pretty much every time you cast this, you win. Yeah, we'll take the Craterhoof here. It's not a card that we're definitely playing, but if we do end up playing it, it'll be the best card in our deck, probably. Alright, I mean, we could just go really deep and just slam Avenger of Zendikar here. If this was pack 1, I would definitely take the Flooded Strand. There's also Dimir Aqueduct. The blue cards are both decent, or actually all three blue cards are decent here. But I think, yeah, given that we took Craterhoof, we take Avenger and just like hope green is open. If it gets cut and we get no dorks, we might have to change paths and like try and pivot into aggro or something. But this is the best card to pair with the Craterhoof. It puts just tons of bodies into play, which makes Craterhoof lethal right there. Deep Forest Hermit's also solid, but I think it's a little worse than Avenger. It is cheaper, but like, you know, they kill this and you get left with a couple 1/1s. It's decent, but like Avenger of Zendikar just puts a ton of power into the board, and I think it is a little bit better here, assuming we're able to make a lot of mana. Okay. I'm happy to see a bunch of green stuff here. We have a green land and then 3 solid green cards. I think we take Garrick here. I like Turntimber Symbiosis a lot, especially given that we already have 2 good, expensive creatures. But I think Turntimber Symbiosis is much more likely to wheel. And Garrick is really nice. It helps us to ramp into these guys. And it's even better in this format with a bunch of the bounce lands. So once we have Garrick, bounce lands go up in our pick order a decent amount. Even if they're not helping us to fix our mana. So yeah, we'll take the Garrick and hope to wheel the Turntimber. Okay. Hydroid Krasis is decent. There's also Blooming Marsh, but I think we just take the Gargaroth here. Don't commit to another color. I love Expressive Iteration, but that's not really the direction we're going right now. Elder Gargaroth is an interesting card. It's super bad to removal, so they can just play Doomblade, and your 5-drop dies to their 2-drop. But if they can't kill it, then it just takes over the game really, really quickly, and it also survives a lot of removal. Like, it beats Fatal Push, it beats Most Burn. Yeah, I think I like taking that over taking one of the multicolored cards. It also just helps us to cut green. Okay, this is the issue. I mean, Vorinclex is fine, but like, we can't have just all expensive stuff. We have no cheap things right now. We could take Treasure Map or Phyrexian Metamorph. Yeah, I think I like taking the Treasure Map, actually. It's card draw, and this deck doesn't, you know, green typically is not the best color for card draw. And it also is a good card. Like, if we end up needing to pivot to another color, if green is cut, then Treasure Map will still be good. Alternatively, we could take, like, Faith's Fetters or something. But I think I'd rather have the Treasure Map here. Actually, no, let's take the Metamorph. Yeah, let's take the Metamorph. It's really good with all of these creatures, and it also is, like, you know, good. You can copy your opponent's stuff. Just a great card. Okay, late Cultivate. That's pretty good to see. A lot of lands here. Misty Rainforest would be nice in case we end up splashing, and Hall of Storm Giants is very strong. Stomping Ground could also help us, but yeah, let's take the Cultivate. That's a really nice pickup. Okay, Cultivator Colossus. Not really a card that I love. We could, but what else are we taking? Dromoka's Command, Force of Negation. Yeah, we'll take the Cultivator Colossus, I guess. Like, it lets you put a bunch of lands into play, but like, I don't really see. Yeah, I don't think this card is that good. But I think it's still the pick. So top end looking decent, but obviously we need a lot in the way of cheap mana accelerants. Alright, there's a Garrick Relentless. Pretty solid. Not a cheap accelerant. I'd rather see an Elvish Mystic, but this is, I mean, anytime you can get a Planeswalker in your colors, that's pretty solid. Alright, a lot of red stuff here. So one option is to just pivot, but I don't think we want to pivot. Like, sure, we don't have the accelerant yet, but green looks relatively open. There's 2 green lands in this pack. I think this is a fine place to be. Let's just take the Gargaroth farm. Really nice pickup. Like I said, it works well with Garruk Wildspeaker. Also works well with Cultivator Colossus. And these lands are just great on their own. Okay, interesting. Now there's Garruk Apex Predator. There's also Reckoner Bankbuster, which is card draw. It's pretty slow, but that's an interesting decision. We could also just take Dimir Aqueduct. You know, I actually think I like taking the Dimir Aqueduct. Even if we want a green, I think if we have a lot of ramp, having these bounce lands is really good. Okay, very rough that we didn't wheel the Turn Timber Symbiosis. I think I will take the Thrun, but I'm not going to main deck it. Alright, there's a Blooming Marsh. I think we take that over Bloodchief's Thirst. Alright, so green is... We're not the only one drafting green, but we still have a pretty solid start. I like having 2 bounce lands. The main thing we need is to just, like, get the accelerants. And those are kind of a hot commodity. Oh, nice. Treasure Map Wheel, that's kind of nice. Go for the throat for the board. Last pick, Falcon Wrath Aristocrat. Okay. So green is moderately open. I think it is still where we should be, though, given the quality of our top-end stuff. So looking for just any 1-mana accelerant, Arbor Elf, things of that nature. Well, that sucks. There's no accelerants here. We could take Finale of Devastation, but I think I'm just going to take the Gruul Turf. Again, like, these lands can be awkward, but I think green is probably the best deck for them because you just, like, your curve is so much higher. And also, they're really awkward. Well, they're awkward if you don't make plays in the early turn, but they're really good if you can go, like, turn 1 land, dork, turn 2, bounce land to your hand. You don't need to worry about discarding hand size, and then they're just, like, pure card advantage. Of course, we don't have the dorks yet, but I still think this is the pick here. Scavenging Ooze is not that good. So, yeah, we'll take this. And then pray for the Elvish Mystic here. Outside of, like, cheap accelerants, the other things we want are, like, more Planeswalkers would always be good. So, the 3-mana Nissa, the 5-mana Nissa, there's 2 Vivians that would both be good. Any of that would be welcome additions. That helps to insulate us a bit against board sweepers. Okay, none of that. I think we just take the Elvish Visionary. Titan of Industry is a solid piece of top end. I think it's definitely better than Cultivator Colossus, but I want to get the low cost cards. With that being said, though, we could take Dismember, and actually, I think that seems pretty reasonable here. Green is obviously a color that doesn't have much in the way of removal. Yeah, let's take this. I would take a 1-mana Accelerant over Dismember, and Visionary is solid. It plays well with the Crater Hoof, but yeah, I think I'd rather have the Dismember here. Okay, excellent. Sakura Tribe Elder, we will take that for sure. Nissa would be decent, but we need ramp, so we will take the ramp. This is worse than other ramp spells because you have to sacrifice it so it doesn't work with Crater Hoof, but that's fine. Oh no. Now this is just brutal. There's no mono green cards here. Coma is not really what we want. I don't think we're splashing blue. I think I'm just taking Boros Garrison. This is more bounce lands than I normally have. We could be getting to the point where it's too many. And it just depends on how many accelerants we have. Getting Search for Tomorrow is a huge pickup. I love Hex Drinker, but like we need mana very, very desperately with this high curve. So let's take that. Okay. Genesis Wave is medium. We could take Milliken. Could take a Fetch Land. Fetch Land works well with Avenger of Zendikar. That's kind of it, though. Voracious Hydra is decent. Actually, Voracious Hydra is pretty good. It's another card that can play as removal. I think I'm just gonna take the Milliken though. It's obviously not. It's way worse than like pretty much any other green ramp spell, but we need ramp really badly, and milling a card doesn't really help or hurt us. This can be a significant downside in decks that are light on win conditions, but we're gonna have plenty of win conditions, so against all but the most grindy of decks, that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, 3 green cards here. None of them are amazing. I don't think it's Woodfall Primus. I also don't think it's Ulamog. So Kitchen Finks or Thragtusk. They're both good against aggro. Kitchen Finks is cheaper. Thragtusk is better. Really interesting pick here. I think I'm going to take the Thragtusk. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Rakdos. It's really close, though. It depends partially on the curve. If we get, like... if we get, like, more 5 and 6 drops, then this will all regret this. But right now, like, we started with a bunch of top end, but we actually didn't get that much more in this pack, which is good. Like, I didn't want more top end, but, yeah, this seems fine. Now we can take Kodama's Reach. That's a really nice late pickup. Also, super late Dragonlord Silumgar. This card's great, but we'll take the Kodama's Reach. This is a deck that would love Dryad of the Elysian Grove. In general, I don't love that card, but with 4 bounce lands and also with Cultivate and Kodama's Reach, we have lots of, like, we would just want to be putting lands into play all the time. Alright, this pack was good. We didn't get the cheap accelerants that I was expecting, or, like, hoping to get, but we got, like, a few cards that can put lands into play, and a Milliken, and also some cheap interactions. So I think this was a good pack for us, even though I still would love to get an Elvish Mystic or 2. Okay, Scavenging Ooze Wield. I don't think I'm going to main deck it, but it's a great sideboard card at the very least. And it also could make the main deck. Yeah, really would like to get still some more accelerants, especially 1-mana accelerants. Ooh, Elvish Visionary Wield. That's kind of sweet. Field of Ruin is also interesting. It's good against opposing bounce lands, but I think I'm still taking the Visionary. This is a really nice card. Yeah, I'll take this. Okay, no green cards here, but Sword of Fire and Ice is a reasonable sideboard card against blue and red decks. Granted, it's better when you have a bunch of cheap creatures, and we don't have that. It's good with, like, Elvish Visionary, but, I mean, nothing else here is reasonable to take. And then that could still be a good sideboard card, especially if we do get the cheap accelerants in pack 3. Okay, we'll take the green land, not playing any of these other cards. Mystic Snake. This deck is looking pretty good. This was definitely a good pack 2 for us. Hopefully, so right now we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accelerants, some of which cost 3, admittedly. 5 is not as many as I would like. If we could get 3 more in pack 3, that would be good, especially 1-mana ones. Oh. Sorry, I thought it was paused. Genesis Wave, not a bad pickup. May or may not be in the main deck. And then Bloodthirsty Adversary. Alright, pack 3. That's a Nissa. I think Nissa's the one we want to take here. Well, actually, there's 2 Nissas. I was talking about this Nissa, though. I think this one is quite a bit better. It's very, very strong. Doubling your mana is good when you have a bunch of expensive stuff, and it also comes down and just puts 3 power onto the board. Really strong card. Yeah, we'll take a Nissa. Nice. Finally, we get one of these elves. Pack 3. Had to wait a little bit for it, but we get there. Wormcoil, Boseiju, Karn, Batterskull, all reasonable cards too, but easy Elvish Mystic. That's the best card we could have gotten. I would not mind getting a few more of those. Okay. This pack is okay for us. There's a Circle of Dreams Druid, which is kind of fragile, but it is good if it survives. And then the other option is Primeval Titan. I think I'm taking the Prime Time here. Primeval Titan with the bounce lands is kind of nice, and yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit better than like a very fragile 3-drop. Yeah, close pick, but let's take Titan. Now we get Simic Growth Chamber, great pickup. Den Protector's fine, Mutavolt's fine, but yeah, let's take the land. Now we get a Vivian, that's a nice pickup as well. Alright, this deck's coming together pretty well. Still want 1 or 2 more accelerants, but we now have 4 Planeswalkers, we have good top end, we have a few accelerants. We also have, like, yeah, I mean, 5 bounce lands could be too many, but an base of like 5 bounce lands, 11 forests seems solid to me. Maybe we cut one of these, like, random ones. Like, we could cut Boros Garrison. Dimir Aqueduct is better because we have Dismember. Yeah, 4 bounce lands is probably enough. On the play, we could maybe bring in a 5th, but, like, you can't have too many. Like, we don't want to be stuck in a hand where we have, like, Golgari Rot Farm and Gruul Turf and no other lands, and then you just, like, can't play Magic. Alright, Sylvan Carry added. That's a great pickup. It's better when it is fixing your mana, like here with Mono Green. So, like, Devoted Druid would probably be better, but it's still a good blocker against aggro, text proof, and it is just acceleration. So, this is probably a 17 land deck. Could be 16, could be 17. So we need a few more playables. Nothing here is playable for us except for maybe Phyrexian Revoker. I guess we'll take the Revoker. I don't want to play it in the main deck, though. Kazakh Wolfrun is actually really good. Yeah, that seems like a really nice pickup. That means now I think we do... So we can play Rebound Crag, and we can bring in... That is... Now Boros Garrison is better than Dimir Aqueduct. Okay, we do need a few more spells, though. Maybe we just, like, bring in some of these into the main deck. Like, we can main deck Scavenging Ooze. We can main deck Genesis Wave, I guess, but I really don't... Like, this card is so win more often. Like, yeah, I don't like this card that much. Temple Garden, no uses for it yet, but we could get some uses. Guess we main deck Thrun, don't love it, but it's not terrible. So we could do this in 11 basic forests. That seems reasonable, but I would prefer to only play 10 basic forests and then find one more good spell. Which could be the Genesis Wave, but it could also be Phyrexian Revoker. I don't think I want to main deck Sword, Fire, and Ice here. Although we do have a high creature count. It's close. Hopefully we just get one more spell that's worth it over either of those options. Okay, Batterskull, Karn, and Spell Scatter are actually all pretty good for us, but we're going to take the Karn here. This is a good card draw. Yeah, let's take that. Now, a lot of green lands, but unfortunately none of them help us that much. Green-red is the kind that we would be interested in. We can take Hissing Quagmire, but because we have Dismember, but I don't want to play it. Wow. Esper Control. I'm just going to make this a full Esper Control pack. And actually, Huntmaster is a card we could conceivably play in some matchups. Temur Sabertooth, not that good. But I'll take it. Read the Bones. And last pick, Nimble Obstructionist. Okay. So, we don't have quite as many accelerants as I would like, but we have great top end, we have some accelerants, and we have a lot of bounce lands, which I think are going to be pretty good for this deck. So, Garruk Wildspeaker is looking incredible here. Let's cut that, this. So this is like not a ton of untapped green sources on turn 1. Like if we had more 1-drops, I would be more reticent of only having 10 forests, but like we can afford to play like tapped Rootbound Crag on turn 1. And there will be some hands that we mulligan because we only have bounce lands, but I think that's fine. We could cut one more land for this Dimir Aqueduct, but I think this is how I'm going to run it to start. Yeah, we'll submit like this. The deck seems sweet. I will see you in round 1. Alright, here we are for round 1 against Yazi. We are on the play, and we have... Oh, I mean, this hand is just great. Scavenging Ooze is kind of awkward, but the mana works really well. Boros Garrison is a great land. Yeah, Snapkeep. So we'll suspend the search. Pass turn. Okay, against Legion's Landing, I think I'm just going to play Scavenging Ooze on turn 2 as a blocker. We don't need to get the Milliken down. We're not rushing to ramp into something. I mean, we're eventually going to play this Cultivator Colossus, but not on turn 3. Luminarch Aspirant would be a worst case scenario. Charming Prince is fine. They describe to and pass. Mono White should be a pretty good matchup, I think. We have, we can just go over the top of them. Thragtusk is nice, nice life gain. Flyers could be a bit of a problem. Ooh, they went top. That's scary. Alright, so we're going to grab Forest number 3. Karn. Good draw. Let's play Karn plus. Definitely no need to make a construct here. We just want to keep the cards flowing. It is kind of awkward now that we don't have an untapped land. That could potentially come back to bite us. But we've been curving out kind of nicely. That's the thing. These bounce lands, they're bad when you're curving out perfectly. But, you don't really need to build for that scenario. If you're curving out perfectly, you'll probably win either way. Alright. So Cultivate and Exile. Alright, we'll pass turn. And I'm totally fine just trading the Scavenging Ooze for their Charming Prince. We don't have that much gas in our hand. Cultivator Colossus is just pretty weak, honestly. It might be better as a Genesis wave here. It'll be like a big dude, I guess, with Trample. Benalish Marshal. That's annoying. Okay, I think I'm just trading Scavenging Ooze with a Vampire token. It doesn't feel great, but I don't care about Scavenging Ooze. It's just a dude. And I want to keep their board as small as possible. And then hopefully we can find... Oh, wait, Dismember would be nice to kill the Benalish Marshal. Craterhoof Behemoth. Not what I was looking for. Okay, I think I'm just going to grab the Cultivate. And then we're going to play Cultivate and then play Milliken. Then we'll pass, and now if they want to kill our Karn, they have to send both things at him. So then we can just let that happen. Karn will die, and then Karn will have gotten us 3 lands, so that's totally fine exchange for us. And then next turn we can play Cultivator Colossus and set up for a Craterhoof either the turn after or maybe one turn later. But the thing is, our life total is still at 20, so, that's good. They might have a way to kill our Milliken, and then they could hit us for 3 while killing our Karn. Adeline. Okay, that's kind of good here. And Student Warfare. Okay, they've curved out well. They've used all their mana every single turn, which we have 2, I guess. So now they can send... They could also just ignore the Karn and go to our life total, which honestly I would probably do if I were them. Maybe send one thing at Karn. Okay, they do just send everything at us. So if we take it all, that's taking 8. It's definitely more than I would like, but I think I will do that here. Yeah, let's take 8. Then we're going to chump block the Adeline next turn and have, Yeah, we'll have at least one blocker, hopefully two. Let's see what we draw. Land is actually a great draw here because of the Cultivator Colossus. So let's go add a mana, milling over Vivian. That's kind of good, or like kind of too bad, but not the end of the world. Cultivator Colossus, and now there's actually like really good here. Okay, rough that we didn't draw any more lands, but still, that's a nice value. Play land. We're going to make another chump blocker. And pass turn. And then, I don't think we can Craterhoof kill them next turn, but we might be able to. And then we should be able to kill them the turn after pretty easily. So Garrick costs 1 mana because he can untap 3 mana's worth of things. So we could play Garrick into Elder Gargaroth. Hero of Bladehold. I mean, their creatures are good. They're attacking us for a ton of damage. Do they just send everything at us? Oh, if they have Conclave... Ooh, they have Conclave Tribunal here. Oh, no. Locks it on. Okay, that's fine. They have a beefy board, but now I think we can just Craterhoof them and kill them. They don't have any attacks. So let's do some math here. If we draw a cheap creature, that'd be ideal. We don't. So we play Craterhoof. That gives us 4 attackers. 4 points of power per attacker. So that's 16 points of buff. 17, 18 for the Construct. Plus 9 for the Cultivated Colossus is 27. Plus 5 for the Craterhoof is 32. They can only prevent 8. So that should be lethal. Yeah, sweet. 8 mana Craterhoof Behemoth. Got some beefy boys, and we'll swing on in there. I guess, I don't know, yeah. We could have played Gruul Turf, but that wouldn't actually increase our Cultivator Colossus power, because we'd have to bounce a land to our hand. Sweet. So we win a close game 1 against Mono White. Their draw was good, but the problem is they didn't have any ways to kill our... They couldn't interact with us. So we were just able to, like, put some beefy blockers down and goldfish a little bit faster. Are we going to change anything for game 2 here? All right, begin sideboarding. Let's see. Phyrexian Revoker could be good. At the very least, it's just a blocker. Yeah, I think Phyrexian Revoker is better than Treasure Map on the draw. Is Temur Sabertooth any good? It seems okay, but not great. What would we cut if we were to bring it in? We could maybe bring in Temur Sabertooth for Karn. He was good there, but we were on the play, and we were able to play him on turn 3. And it'd be a lot less impressive on the draw. It also doesn't really add to the board that meaningfully. Like, I guess you can make a chump blocker. Could also cut Cultivator Colossus, although it was good there. I mean, it was a 9/9 with Trample that drew us 3 cards. Could also cut Thrun, but Thrun is a good blocker. I think I'm going to cut the Karn. It's close. Oh, wait, we don't need to make a cut. Oh, but yeah, to bring in Temur Sabertooth. I think that's worth it. Yeah, let's submit like this. We're on the draw here, which is obviously worse. It's not as good as our last hand, but we can keep it. We have an Accelerant on turn 2. Hopefully, they do have a 1-drop. Their deck looks really good. I mean, they're able to curve out pretty consistently. Hopefully they just level up Figure of Destiny and pass Thalia. Okay. Thalia is pretty bad against our deck, but it's still just a 2-1 with First Strike, so it's not too bad. against mono white or against white decks in general, you want to get your non-basics into play first in case they play. I forget what it's called, but there's a 3-drop that makes our lands come into play tapped. Then I think we just play Revoker here. Yeah, let's play Revoker named Figure of Destiny and then just trade with a figure. Pass turn. Adeline, man, this is a very strong draw. I think I will trade here, but I don't think we can really beat this. Just like 1, 2, 3, Adeline on 3. Maybe if we had turn 1 Elvish Mystic, but the problem is, like, this deck can't really play from behind that well. We could top deck Dismember, I guess, but, like, we need to just kill them. Like, if we could set up Craterhoof, we can kill them, but we can't, we don't have, like, board sweepers or anything. Elder Gargaroth, I mean, that's a good card. I guess we just play Milliken, but then we're just taking so much damage. Next turn we can play Thragtusk or Gargaroth. I mean, like, if we could maybe get there. Our hand is great. Like, we can just keep on deploying huge threats that are bigger than their threats and gain us life. So maybe if they don't have anything else to play, I think we can beat this. Right now, if they just swing, they would be hitting us for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we take 8. And then hope they don't add anything else too devastating to the board. Wow. Okay, I mean, there's a lot, like, if they have Mana Tithe, we just need to walk into it. But Elvish Visionary in the bin, that's sort of too bad, but not the end of the world. I think it's best to play Thragtusk here. It's definitely most strongest against a removal spell. Mana Tithe. Alright, dead. That's a disgusting draw. Just curve out and then counter your play on turn 4. Alright, but we're on the play now for game 3. That's good. Do we still want the Revoker? I think so. We just want to keep their board under control as much as possible. We'll submit. Adeline is a hell of a card. Huntmaster of the Fells would be good too. We could theoretically play 1 Mountain and play Huntmaster. But I think on the play, like, actually on the draw, that we maybe should have done that. But on the play, I think we just want to do our thing and be consistent. Oh, man. No ramp. Turn 2 Scavenging Ooze. Turn 4 Teamer Sabertooth. I think this is just too slow. Alright, this hand seems way better. We can put back the Colossus. And we can theoretically play turn 3 Gargaroth or Nissa, which is really strong. Forest, Mystic. Opponent also mulligan to 6. Maybe 1 game without a 1-drop. Every single time. Alright. Alright, we'll play land. Carry added. And now I would very much like to draw another land. Although, we're probably going to draw a bounce land, which would be fine. Like, a bounce land would still be way better than drawing, like, Craterhoof. But, like, we want to be able to play a 5-drop next turn if we can. And if we are able to play 5-drop, we'll almost definitely win. Okay, so the main phase level up Figure of Destiny, which means they don't have Mana Tithe. They swing for 1 just to gain life. That's fine. No, let us draw the land. Metamorph. Okay. Milliken. Not nearly as exciting as playing Elder Gargaroth here, but it's fine. Next turn we can play the Gargaroth. And we're not under that much pressure. We're still at 20. Hopefully no Adeline. Elite Spellbinder. Okay, that's kind of annoying, but not too bad for us. They don't really have profitable attacks. I guess they just hit us for 1. And then they can make one of our things cost more, but we can still play one of our 5-drops next turn. Although, if they take the Gargaroth, Nissa next turn is not that good. Yeah, they do take the Gargaroth. Makes sense. Yeah, Nissa's kind of awkward here. Hopefully we draw land so we can leave back one of our creatures as a second blocker. Let's see what we draw. Gargaroth Relentless. Okay, so how does this look? We could play Nissa. This is the high upside play. If they have a way to kill our land, and then they could kill our Nissa, that was pretty disastrous for us. Like, if they have Brutal Cathar, they take out our land, they swing at Nissa to kill her, they flip their Legion's Landing, then they have 4 creatures, we don't really have anything going on. I think we just are dead from that position. So, if they have Brutal Cathar specifically, we could play Gargaroth Relentless, kill their Figure of Destiny. Then they kill or Gargaroth with their Elite Spellbinder. I think we need to go for the high upside play, though. I think just playing Gargaroth is too slow. We need to, like, make something happen. Milling over with Rakdos is good. I just want to draw lands here. So we'll play the Nissa, and then animate a land and swing and offer the trade. I would be thrilled if they took this trade, but I would be also shocked. Oh, they do take it. I mean, yeah, it does put us down to 1 land, but now we're untapping with Nissa. Almost definitely. I guess if they go Oblivion Ring on the Nissa, it's a little awkward. But, Nissa just generates so much mana that even though we only have 1 land, like, tap it for 2, untap it, tap it for 2 more, so we have 7 mana. So we could play the Gargaroth. We could also play Gargaroth plus Metamorph. Although I kind of want to copy Gargaroth with the Metamorph, so we'll probably just play Gargaroth if they don't do anything too board changing. If they just, best case scenario, they just level up Figure of Destiny, hit on Nissa. Nissa would go to 1, but, actually, yeah, it was a huge misplay for them to block with the Elite Spellbinder there. They just do this. Sweet. So, Nissa survives. We're going to get to untap and play our Gargaroth. If we draw land... Oh, no. If we draw land, we still can't play Metamorph as well. Man. We kept a 2-lander. I guess we've only had 4 draw steps. Yeah. We will play the Gargaroth. Simic Growth Chamber. No. That would have been such a good draw. Alright, pass turn. We have only 1 land, and it's a 3/3. If they play Wrath of God, we have literally nothing, but I don't think they're playing Wrath of God in their deck. Journey to Nowhere, the Gargaroth. Okay, that's really bad. That's very, very bad. Now they kill our Nissa. Yeah, I think we're going to lose now. Unless they're just out of action. But we have, just no mana. I guess we could actually play Gargaroth Relentless still. I really hope we can draw some lands. It's brutal that we still haven't drawn a single one. Cultivate. That's a great draw. So let's go to combat, hit for 3. Then we play Cultivate. I guess we tap this. Milling over another forest, but that's actually fine. We don't need forests now that we have this Cultivate. We can play around Mana Tithe. So we get 2 lands. Then we play land. Scavenging Ooze. But the problem is, they can just make this an 8/8. And we can't really do anything about that. If they have an untapped white source, they can just turn this into an 8/8 with flying. And I don't think we can win from that point. We needed to find Dismember before they got up to 6 mana. Maybe it's possible that we could race, but I don't think so. Scavenging Ooze can only gain us 2 life. Yes, they make that an 8/8. Hit us for 8. We could maybe get to Craterhoof if we find a bounce land here. And Garrick Relentless can tutor for it. Okay, still no lands. We're just never drawing lands. Okay, so let's think about this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, so we can play Garrick Relentless plus Sakura Tribe Elder. That seems worth it, so we attack with just the 3/3. And the 2/2, I guess. Then we play Garrick Relentless. Fight their vampire token. And play Sakura Tribe Elder. And now we're gonna have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So if they don't kill our Garrick and we top deck a land that's untapped, we can kill them with Craterhoof. But we also died of Mana Tithe. There's like a number of things that would make this not work. They could also theoretically kill us if they have a way to pump up the Figure of Destiny with equipment or something like that. They could also just hit our Garrick, and then we can't find the Crater. We can't tutor up Craterhoof, but I think that'd be fine. Do we have anything that can block the Nissa or the Figure of Destiny? 5 mana Vivian can make a 3/3 with Reach, which could chump block. There's been a couple key moments of this game that didn't go our way. First was obviously not hitting our land drop for a while when we wanted to play 5-drop. We could have just played like turn 3 Nissa, and then we would have just stomped them. But we missed that land drop a couple times. And then when they had the 2 mana answer to our Gargaroth, that was very painful. Obviously, like, you don't want your 5-drop to die to a 2-drop. That's the risk of that card. But they did have it. Any other 5-drop, like, if that was a Thragtusk, obviously that would have been so much better for us. Speaking of Thragtusk, that's another card that would give us a turn. Okay, Thragtusk would no longer give us a turn, but if we top deck a land and they don't have Mana Tithe, we could get there. Forest. Dismember. No. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we can't play Craterhoof Behemoth. We could play Thragtusk and Scavenging Ooze to exile some creatures. That wouldn't quite do it, though. Let's take a quick look at our deck list. Yeah, it sucks that we can only search for creatures. Wait, how do we... Okay. Wait, is Thragtusk in our graveyard? Oh, Thragtusk is gone. That would have been our only out, I think. Wait, I'm about to concede due to inactivity? What? No. Man, there's so many turns where we could have won if we drew land. I don't think... Oh, wait. We can copy one of their spirit tokens and chump block for a turn. That's... Okay, so we're still in it. We still need to draw land next turn. But... that works. So... we can play Metamorph for 4 mana. We have 3 mana left over. We could sack Scavenging Ooze to get a Mana Dork. But we actually don't have any Mana Dorks left, I think, that are that cheap, unfortunately. Okay, so let's attack them with Forest and Scavenging Ooze. If they double block with the spirits, we will, like, if they block with both of their spirits, we die, but I don't think they're going to do that. Okay, nice. So now, our plan is to play Metamorph. So we're going to have a little bit of extra mana. I'm trying to think if we want to eat something with the Scavengers now. Yeah, let's eat one thing. So now we survived the spirits. And we can eat one more thing too. But we can also potentially try and win with this if we don't draw the land. Because we could give all of our creatures +3/+3. Yeah, I think that's the play. So we don't want to eat our own creatures. So we'll let this damage go through. And now we're dead to a removal spell. But there's a lot of stuff we can beat here. So let's play... plus this. Milling Overthrown is good. That would be a terrible draw. Play the Metamorph. Copy Spirit Token. And then pass turn. And then next turn we can easily kill them with if we give our creatures +4/+4. So the only thing that kills us is if they have a removal spell. Solitude, no. That sucks. But that does, we can't overcome this. We can gain 2 more life. So this puts us to 6, or to 4, then we can go to 5 to 6. Not quite enough though. Brutal. Alright, that's game. Man, I thought they just, every time they had exactly the card they needed. There was the Forest too. If we top deck Forest, we could have just won with Craterhoof that turn. Even through Solitude. Very, very frustrating. We were so close, but could not quite get there against Mono White. I'll see you in round 2. Alright, we have our opponent for round 2. Caseman 0202. We are on the draw, but we have a good hand. We'll keep it. Don't really want a 7-drop in the opener, but we can curve turn 2 Caryatid into turn 3, turn 4. I mean, if we can keep drawing lands, now we have our curve lined up until turn 6. Interesting. Still playing Caryatid here. Please no Liliana of the Veil. Gargaroth's Messenger. That's fine. That gets blocked by our Thrun. They might just send their messenger in anyways, just to grow it. Both of our creatures have hexproof, so they actually can't target anything with their Lily. That's good for us. Interesting draw. Do we just play the Gargaroth still? The thing is, against mono black, they're so likely to have a Doomblade. And I really want to hit land for Primeval Titan next turn, so I think we're just going to go land, send this at Liliana. They're going to block. Oh, actually, let's just kill their Liliana. So we send this here, and then dismember this. We can actually afford to pay a black mana here. So they can't block. We kill the Lily. Their messenger is going to... I mean, we're going to take some damage here. Like that puts us down to 14, and now we can't block the messenger this turn. But we get to kill Liliana. Let's play Treasure Map, and then we can scry, and we get 2 looks at a land to try and play our Primeval Titan next turn. Collective Brutality. That is not very good here. They discarded Bone Shredder. That's a terrible decision. Alright, we get our land. That's great. Now we can play Prime Time. And I don't really see a way they can win from this position. Now we can get Bounce land plus Keswick Wolf Run. And we'll hit for 4. And now we're just in a great position. Next turn we can play Avenger, make a bunch of dudes, level them all up. The only real way they can win is with a board sweeper. Okay, they kill our Primeval Titan. I guess we're actually down to 4, so that's how we lose. If they can just like burn us out, essentially. Oh, Doubt the Voidwalker, that's scary. So we're down to a virtual 1. We cannot kill them this turn. Yeah, I wish we had left the throne back. That was a greedy attack. Alright, let's play Avengers Zendikar. They're dead next turn. And Collective Brutality's gone. I mean, they could have like a random burn spell. But I think they're going to be putting us to 1 here, and then we can kill them on the backswing. Like, we have tons of power on board, plus we can Wolf Run to give one of the things a big power boost. Dismember to kill the Avenger. Okay. That's too bad, but it's not the end of the world. I think we can still kill them. I forgot our Sylvan Caryatid gets buffed by the Avenger. Alright, so we take 3. It's a good thing we saved 2 life on that Dismember. Tell you that much. Let's scry 1. Don't need this. Kadam's Reach. Okay, so how much can we buff up one of our things? 5, 6, 7. So we could make Thrawn a 7. Yeah, that seems like that should be more than enough. So let's go land. Send everything. Oh wait, is this more than enough? Maybe. I mean, this was our only play either way, but let's see. So we're going to give... This makes more damage because, yeah, this will give us 1 plus X, whereas it would only give X to pump up the other things. So 6, 7. So this hits them for 8. Oh, I think this is literally exactly lethal. That's crazy. Are we... Hopefully I didn't do the math wrong. Wow, we won the game with them at exactly 0 and us at exactly 1. That is, I guess by definition, the closest a game could ever be. Really, really close one. Sweet game. Mono Black. Interesting matchup. Elder Gargaroth is atrocious. Like, they played multiple things that could kill it, so I think that's a card we should cut it. Doubt the Voidwalker is also pretty good against us. Let's cut this. Could bring in Temur Sabertooth. Could bring in Genesis Wave. Could bring in Huntmaster. I like the Scavenging Ooze. I think I'm going to bring in Temur Sabertooth, and then on the play we can potentially bring in another land. Yeah, I'll turn it like this. Liliana the Last Hope is typically incredible against green decks, but not for us because we don't have 1-drop elves. Okay, this hand is kind of bad. We have no plays until turn 4. I think that's too slow. This hand not much better, but I am going to keep it. The Boris Garrison is a 2-for-1, so it like, kind of does the mulligan. And then we have a removal spell. Alright, another great draw. I mean, I would rather draw a spell, but that was the best land in the deck we could have drawn. Future God. Okay, that's fine. We're definitely not gonna dismember that. All right. Gargaroth is not what you want when you have no creatures. All right. That's a pretty quick clock. Oh man. All right. Well, we might just get run over here while we draw only lands. That's how Magic goes sometimes. You get slayed because you draw only no lands, and then you get slayed because you draw all lands. I don't think we want to dismember here. I don't want to just take 5 either, but I think we need to. And then we need to hope to top deck Thrawn or something. Oh, geez. Torok. Gargaroth down. Take my draw step, but I think we're just dead here. Yeah. Wow, we literally drew we drew one Crater Hoof and then 3 lands. Not too much of a game 2 there. Hopefully game 3 goes a bit better. We're on to play. So I talked about adding a land, ironically, over this Temur Sabertooth. I actually think that is correct, even though it doesn't feel good when we just got super flooded, but we're not going to have results-based thinking there. We need our lands, and they can kill our mana dorks, and yeah, let's just hope we draw a good mix. All right, great hand. We can play turn 2 Cultivate, turn 3 Vivian. Hopefully they don't kill our elf. Nice. All right, let's grab 2 lands. There's the Voidwalker. We have Dismember for it. Question is, do we want to Dismember now? I would love to play Vivian, but the downside is pretty bad. If they have like a Hero's Downfall type card, then they could kill our Vivian and then cast it with Voidwalker, and we have nothing left. So I think we should take the slightly more conservative line, which is still a good line, of kill their Voidwalker, and then play 2 more mana dudes, and then next turn we can play Vivian. And since we'll have so much extra mana, we could theoretically also play a creature off the top with Vivian. Liliana the Last Hope. Okay, that can kill Elvish Mystic. Okay, I was planning on sacking the Sakura Tribe Elder, but now I'm not going to, so that we can get the Liliana down a bit. Good draw. Or like medium draw. Again, yeah, maybe I overrate these lands slightly, but I think they are pretty good here. So bounce a land, make a 3/3 with Vigilance, I think. Actually, I'm going to do Reach in case they play Rankle. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, Liliana for 1. And we don't want to draw this forest on top, so I think no matter what, I'll be sacking the Sakura Tribe Elder end of turn. Alright, they shrink our beast. That's fine. They could just... Oh, no, they don't fetch a red source, so they're not going to be going for Lava Claw. Alright, so they take out our 2 forests. That doesn't really matter. Manamorph on top, that's medium. Primeval Titan on top, that's good. Do we want to minus the Vivian? Yeah, that seems pretty solid. We can minus the Vivian to put Gargaroth, or Gargaroth is gone, but Thragtusk's going to play. I think that's worth it. Then we'll grab, again, Wolf Run plus Gruul Turf. And we haven't even played the land for turn, funnily enough, so we will play the land now. And then I guess just pass. Unless we want to hold the land for a potential Liliana of the Veil. But I don't think... I think I'm still going to play the land. We have Keswick Wolf Run in play. We have the use for basically an infinite amount of mana, so we'll just pass. Strange Attack. They might have Damnation. Could also have Languish. I think I'm going to block like this to play around Languish. If they have Damnation, we won't care what we blocked with. And if they have nothing, then we just win. Like, if we get to untap and swing with Primeval Titan, the game is over. Dismember, okay. That was, yeah, I mean, good thing we blocked the way that we did. Now, do they have bone shards to kill one of our things? Right now, we're threatening to kill their Liliana on the backswing. Okay, they kill our Vivian. This is fine. We draw Garrick. We can kill their thing. Also copy our Thragtusk. Yeah, this seems great. Alright, yeah, so let's go. Blue, whatever. Metamorph, copy Thragtusk. Now our life total is, okay, they can see. Yeah. Our life total is super high, and we have the Wolf Run, so even if they draw, like, lots of removal, or, like, yeah, it just really, we can just continue to present massive trampling threats for a very long time. And they saw the writing on the wall and conceded. So, solid round 2. We got just steamrolled in game 2, but we were able to win games 1 and 3. I'll see you in the finals. All right, here for the finals against Reading Painbow, but we are on the draw and on a mulligan, so worst possible start, but reasonable 6. Not amazing. We'll put the Greater Oath back, and then like we have a turn 2 play, and we are obviously just hoping to find some lands. They have a 1-drop. That's scary. Evolved Sleeper. Okay, that's not the worst. It's not great either. But it's kind of slow. It doesn't pressure us that much. Goblin Guide would have been what we don't want to see. Okay, they just level it up, hit us for 2. Sure. Can we draw a land? Thoughtseize, no! They take our Visionary, and now we're just stuck with 2 4-drops and 2 5-drops, and 2 lands. So, if we can find 2 lands in a row in the top, or 2 lands out of the next 3, that's good. We do find 1 land. That's a start. Playing the one that they don't know about, just to conceal information. They might, so our best draw here is Cultivate for sure. They level up their Evolve Sleeper again, hit us for 3. This is fine. Can we find a Cultivate or a Kodama's Reach? Search for tomorrow, sure. We hardcast this, grab a Forest, and now at the very least we can play one of our 4-drops. But I would rather play Thragtusk here. Okay, this is slow. They put a counter on this. I mean, good value for them, but they're not adding that much to the board. We draw the land, so we can play Thragtusk. I think that's worth it. That blocks their Evolve Sleeper very well. If they have a removal spell for the Thragtusk, then we would have to chump. But in that case, I'll just take 4 and then have the chump blocker around to protect our Planeswalkers next turn. And if they offer the trade, I'll very happily take it. Okay, Roasts. They killed the Thragtusk, hit us for 4, but then we're going to get to play a Planeswalker. And we can just keep running Planeswalkers at them. I think we want to go Karn Plus here because if they have a way to kill the Beast, then they can't kill our Planeswalker. Both of the other ones are going to be at 4 max. Okay, that was actually potentially a really good draw. If we can plus into a land here, then we can play Sakura Tribe Elder, and that's a good blocker on their Evolved Sleeper. What do we reveal? Oof. Not what we wanted to reveal. We get a treasure map. Alright, so we can't play the Sakura Tribe Elder, but they almost definitely can't kill our Karn with, like, their attack. They could theoretically just have, like, Dreadbore, and then that's, I mean, that is what it is. It's not great, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Kind of a 2-for-1 because we actually got the treasure map out of the deal. Okay, this Evolved Sleeper's kind of popping off over there. They hit our Karn down to 1, presumably. They could also just go at our face, but they do elect to go for the Karn. Golgari Rot Farm was a good draw. Actually, a really good draw. Let's plus land Milliken. They give us the Milliken. Okay, now we'll play Garrick Wildspeaker. Golgari Rot Farm. Untap 2 lands, which makes 3 mana. So now we can play both Sakura Tribe-Elder and Milliken. And now we're in a great spot because it's going to be hard for them to attack both of our or attack through these blockers. We're developing our mana. We still have a lot of gas in our hand. We can also minus the Karn to get Avenger of Zendikar if we want to get a finisher. They do have 6 cards in hand, of course. So there's that. They've been drawing a lot of cards off this Evolved Sleeper. I don't know exactly what they could be holding. Well, that was one of the best cards in the format they could have there. They get to kill both of our threats for 1 card. We still get to grab a forest, but now they can also kill one of our planeswalkers. It'll be interesting to see which one they go for. They go for the Garrick. That makes sense. But now we can put Avenger of Zendikar into our hand, which I think we're going to do. I think we just want to do it and play it. Cultivator Colossus was not the best draw. So 7 mana, Avenger of Zendikar. We get to make 6 plants, and then we'll level them all up. And now we have chump blockers for days. They could maybe have like a Languish to take out all of our plants, but that's still, I mean, that's not the end of the world. Extinction Event. Okay, fair enough. So they take out all our tokens, but then they don't swing with a sleeper. Still looks really good for us. We could... No, let's just plus the Karn. I was thinking we could like maybe minus, because a bounce land would be good with a Colossus, but we don't want to just throw away our Planeswalker for somewhat low value. Cultivator Colossus is good with Avenger of Zendikar. I think we do play the Colossus here, even though we only have 1 land in hand at the moment. Hopefully we draw some more. Alright, only 1. Not great, but still. I mean, it's a 9-9, or, yeah, 9-9 now with Trample. Put the Mystic into play. And let's see, we could hit for 5. Yeah, I think I will hit for 5. Even if they have a way to kill our 9-9, we can chump block their Evolved Sleeper with the Mystic. And they're at 5, and we have a 9-9 with Trample, so like they're at risk of just dying here. Ravenous Chupacabra to kill the Colossus. Fair enough. So we'll chump block here. And now we could minus to put a Gargaroth into our hand. I think I'm just going to plus, though. Whoa, wait. Nissa's really good here. Yeah, Nissa's great. Let's play... Okay, yeah, I'm going to plus. And then we're going to play Nissa. Garrett Cultivate. So they give us Cultivate. Cultivate's actually pretty nice here. So Nissa... On top of Forest. We're actually running low on basic forests left, funnily enough, but that's fine. Now we're going to swing for 8. And they concede. Sweet. I actually think this could be kind of rough matchup. Winning game 1 is nice, because they just have so many ways to kill our dudes. Extinction Event messed up our guys, then they have lots of removal. Luckily, we are not as resilient or reliant on Elvish Mystics as a lot of green decks. But yeah, so we take down game 1 against Rakdos Control. They look like they're not particularly aggressive, so that's worth noting. We saw more red removal than black removal. Elder Gargaroth is terrible against Ravenous Chupacabra, but it beats Roast, it beats Kolagun's Command. But what do we want more? Or like what else could we want from our board? Could play Huntmaster. Could play Genesis Wave. I think we just run it back though. Yeah, I think this seems like a fine way to run it. Alright, great hand. If they kill our Mystic and we never draw our third land, we could lose, but I mean, very few hands are impervious to any amount of ways the game could develop. I also think Scavenging Ooze, it's not really a card I want in the opener, but it does seem like it'll probably be solid in the matchup. Okay, hopefully no Bolt. Nice. If they're going to kill it, at least they have to use their mana on their turn. Ooh, they missed their land draw. Oh, no. Okay. So Zakura Tribe Elder is Bolt proof. So we should, unless they Thoughtseize or Kodama's Reach, we'll be able to set up our mana pretty well. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. That's a good card. We draw a land. So I think I'm going to take a turn off. Oh, actually, yeah, let's just stick Garrick here. This is easy Garrick. Kill this, prevent them from making the treasure. Now we have a Planeswalker on board. They might be able to burn it, but that's like, I mean, that's a fine exchange for us. Oh, they also only have 3 cards in hand, so they must have mulliganed. Loot away 2 lands. And then stomp our Garrick, sure. They're down to 1 card. You got to feel pretty good about this position. Let's go Kodama's Reach into Skoos. All right. They might be able to kill this Ooze, and that's fine. We have more gas in our hand. Chupacabra. Alright, that's solid. Search for tomorrow. Okay, so we're actually going to hold this the land in our hand because we want to set up a better Cultivator Colossus. So let's go search for tomorrow for a forest. Then we play Thrun, which is a good blocker. It is, I mean, this is actually a pretty scary combo. They can make instant speed Chupacabras and, like, shoot down the Cultivator Colossus. It's kind of a problem. They don't have great attacks at the moment. Okay, they make a copy of Bone Crusher Giant. That's fine. We're going to take 4. But we actually do need to find a way to kill either the Reflection of the Mirror Breaker or the Chupacabra. Gargaroth, classic Gargaroth, just being absolutely atrocious here. Does nothing. We're going to play the Cultivator Colossus. Hopefully we can draw lands. Dang. Alright, we pass. They make a Ravenous Chupacabra, and that's bad. Primeval Titan was fine, but, like, they can just machine gun down all of our creatures. Also, Field of Ruin is good there, because now we can't rely on, like, making a huge Thrun. Like, if we found like, Primeval Titan plus Keswick Wolf Run is a way we could win through them having infinite removal. But now we basically need to find Dismember, or, I don't even really know what else we could do. Like, maybe if we find, like, a bunch of Planeswalkers, we could do it. We're down to 12. Dismember, nice. That was a great draw. So let's just grab double bounce land. Then we can play land for turn and dismember this on our main phase. Our life total is getting low, so we could get burned out if they just have like a random Banefire or something. But this is a solid position to be in. I think I'm going to lead back to Thrun. If they have a way to kill the Primeval Titan, we'll definitely want to have a blocker still. And their life total is high, so 4 damage isn't super likely to make a big difference. Right, we pass. And if they don't have a way to kill the prime time, we're in very, very good shape. They do. Good thing we left back the Thrun, but they don't really have attacks now. Evolved Sleeper is a really good last card for them. It's a mana sink. So they can basically just pay 3 mana to draw a card whenever they want now. Gargaroth could actually be reasonable here, though. I've been hating on this card a lot, but they don't have a way to kill it right now. They need to find it very soon. Play another bounce land. We have very few lands left in our deck. Actually, Elder Gargaroth is still bad. Like, best case scenario, it just trades with their Evolved Sleeper, I guess. It is a good card. It's underperformed in this league because we've played against a couple decks that have efficient answers to it, like Journey to Nowhere, Ravenous Chupacabra. These things are all really good against it. Like, against Mono Red, it's the best card in the format, arguably. It's at least top couple. But, yeah, I mean, it's not always a good matchup for the Gargaroth, nor is it always bad. So let's attack, and we're going to draw a card. And they kind of have to trade with us, the Evolved Sleeper here. Drawing yet another forest. So we have 1 forest left in our deck. Oh, they block that way. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. And we go land. Rakdos. Now our life total is high, but this Evolved Sleeper could be a real problem. Their life total is high, so we can't really punish them for paying life here. But, you know, we have infinite mana. We have tons of top end. At any point, we could just top that Craterhoof and win. So I think we are ahead here, but if we just brick a few more turns in a row, then they could get there. Remaining in our deck, we have 1 Rootbound Crag, 1 Forest, 1 Bounce Land. And then 12 spells. Uh-oh, this is a lot of mana. The Meat Hook Massacre. Fair enough. That's really good here. It kills both of our creatures and it doesn't kill theirs. We get a 3/3, which can block their Evolved Sleeper this turn, but not for long. So, yeah, that's bad. Now Craterhoof is not good anymore. Karn. Okay, that's a good draw. Hopefully we hit 2 relevant cards here. Craterhoof Milliken. Well, I wonder which one they'll be giving us. Alright, let me pass. So we can chump block their Evolved Sleeper. But Craterhoof with only 2 attackers is not going to be enough. So what we need to find is something like Avenger of Zendikar is gone. Oh no, Avenger of Zendikar is not gone. Do we have enough mana? So that would be our best draw. Do we have enough mana to play Craterhoof and Avenger? We actually do. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, we can play Avenger and then land and have exactly enough. And we don't need to worry about mana tithe or anything. So if we top deck Avenger of Zendikar, we can kill them with Craterhoof. We could also top deck. I mean, we have a lot of Planeswalkers. Vivian would be great because we could just chain together a bunch of creatures off the top potentially. Okay, Craterhoof. What was their second mode with that? Return a creature, I think. Chupacabra. Oh, okay. I think we're gonna lose. Oh wait, no, they still can't actually kill our Karn, so we could still top deck Avenger and win. Another Garrick. So, we have a few options. If we plus Karn and then play Garrick and make a beast, they can, even if they don't have a removal spell, which they might have a removal spell, then they can kill our Karn. And if our Craterhoof stays in exile, it's going to be very hard for us to win. Um, I think we need to get lucky off of a Karn Plus here and hit 2 relevant cards. And then, okay, we hit land, carry added. Those are no relevant cards. They give us the land. Play Garrick and make a chump blocker. I'm going to hold both of these lands for Avenger of Zendikar. Because we have, like, no lands left in our deck, so we wouldn't be able to get much value off of it otherwise. Season Pyro, sure. They draw a card off the sleeper. That means they don't have anything yet in hand, so that's better than nothing. And then they could send both things at, like, if they don't kill our beast, they send both things at Karn. We can kill their Chupacabra. We do lose our Karn, which means we lose our Craterhoof. Oh, you need to send the Chupacabra here, my guy. You need to send the Chupacabra. Like, we'll get to eat the Chupacabra, but a 2/2 just doesn't matter here. Versus, like, a potential Craterhoof matters a lot. So they... Okay, yeah, good for them. They found a line. Oh. What? Yeah, this is not a good attack. We're going to keep our Karn around. Yeah, you get to kill our Garrick, but I don't really care about that. I care about keeping the Craterhoof in circulation. Elvish Visionary, that was a really good draw. Now can I find Vivian or Avenger of Zendikar? Treasure map, no. Oh boy. I think now we minus to put the Craterhoof into our hand. We still get to keep Karn around. We're not going to play the Craterhoof, though. We're just going to hold it in hand and hope to find Avenger soon. Let's see. Do we want to play a land here? I think not. And then with Treasure Map, we're pretty like... I mean, yeah, we get 3 looks at finding something reasonable. They play a Forest. That's not a card I was expecting to see. Yeah, we get 3 looks. Pretty likely to find something reasonable there. 5 mana Nissa would not be a very good draw, unfortunately. This has been a crazy game, too. So they can send both of their small dudes at Karn and then the Evolved Sleeper at us. I think it is worth it to preserve the life total here. Now, if they Thoughtseize our Craterhoof, it's not instantly game over, but it's really bad. Like, then we're just relying on Avenger of Zendikar. Okay, they draw a card off of All Sleeper. That's fine. They tapped that poorly. They can't draw like enough cards now. All right, so Scry. That's interesting. I guess I'll keep this on top. I was thinking that yeah, I think that's good enough. We can copy their Chupacabra and kill their sleeper. This really slows them down. Kind of funny to have this 8-drop in our hand that we're just not playing when we have this many lands, but a 5/5 with Trample is not nearly as good as win the game, which is what the trigger can be if you have the bodies. Alright, they swing. I will trade Chupacabras. Tassiger. Okay, that's I mean, that's kind of scary, but it still doesn't kill us next turn. They can activate it, but I'm not really that afraid of them activating it. Liliana, also not that afraid of that. This has been a wild game. So Scry, Avenger, Nissa, that's not good enough now. Then upkeep Scry again. No, come on. Go Gargaroth from the bottom. We take our draw step. Give me the Avenger. Oh, actually, Vivian is maybe as good. I mean, so hopefully we hit the Avenger on top now. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Okay, so what we can do is we can minus the Vivian, play Gargaroth, then the Avenger comes into play first. How many lands do we have? 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, yeah, that's got to be the play. It's not lethal, but it puts us in a solid position. So let's go minus Gargaroth Behemoth. They conceded. Wow, that was interesting. So what would happen there? We would hit them for like 15. They would go to like 5. And then we would have a bunch of plants. And I guess there's not really a way they could win. We have infinite jump blockers, and we can make them all be 2/3s for our next swing. So I think they were dead if they didn't have Extinction Event. Interesting situation, though. I think that was really contention, but whatever. So no trophy. We lost in the first round, though. Every single round was better than the last. 1-2, 2-1, 2-0. So that's kind of sweet. I would have liked to have gotten trophy number 12, past all these other dudes that are at 11. But still a pretty sweet league. Let's take a look at the deck list. So we were playing some mono green. I haven't played much mono green in this format, but I actually think it is pretty good because there's like you are always going to be faster than your opponent, or like often because you have so much mana acceleration, and there's no Moxen or Signets or anything like that, like the other colors have in Vintage Cube. And then you also have tons of Planeswalkers. So we had 4 green Planeswalkers. There's at least 2 more that we didn't have. And then you could also play Karn. So you are somewhat resilient to all the creature removal, of which there is admittedly a lot. The flaw of this deck was that we were pretty light on cheap accelerants. So only one mana accelerant, sort of 1.5 with Search for Tomorrow. I would have liked to have Utopia Sprawl, Arbor Elf, Gilded Goose. Like there's a lot more of that type of card, both of the Hierarchs. So it's too bad that we didn't have more 1-drop accelerants, for sure. And also more 2-drop accelerants. Like we had Caryatid, Millkid, Scourge Tribe Elder, but I would have also liked to have the other ones too. We did have both Cultivate and Kodama's Reach, which were nice. And then lots of Planeswalkers, and then lots of good top end. So pretty much all other parts of our game plan were good, other than mana development. And then that sort of makes sense that in the grindier matchups, like we played in rounds 2 and 3, our relative lack of acceleration wasn't too bad. And in fact, in some ways it was good, because those cards are bad top decks. And stuff like Cultivate are much more resilient against their removal. And so you're just a little bit more threat dense, lots of Planeswalkers, and you can outgrind them in the long game. Versus, against Mono White in round 1, it's all about speed. And also they don't have that much removal for your threats. So you just want to like have 1-drop into double 1-drop into huge play on turn 3 every game. And we had a lot of draws that were just not that. So we had Mulligan, and then we were just a little too slow. It was still really, really close, especially in game 3. It was so, in so many ways. Again, that was one where we were on the play. We could have had turn 3 Nissa on the play, but we didn't draw the land. And then we missed the land for a couple more turns. And then we had the Gargaroth, but they had the 2-mana answer, Journey to Nowhere. And then they got the Figure of Destiny, and we could almost claw back in with Phyrexian Metamorph copying the 1/1, but they had Solitude for the death blow. Really good game, though. A lot of good games. Several different matches had interesting games. The Mono Black game, where we won at 1 life and they were at 0, was very sweet. And yeah, pretty sweet league, even though we couldn't quite get the trophy. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.